Hey, it's Dee. So, this week's Game of Thrones episode 5, The Door. I should have started this, but I didn't have the idea until now. This last episode was very emotional, and I felt like I needed to express my thoughts. Also, make a few predictions as to what I think will happen in the coming episodes. And I'll check back next episode next week and we'll see if I'm right. Let's get to Game of Thrones. Sansa didn't tell her brother Jon how she got the information about her uncle, which I think means Littlefinger has his fingers wrapped around Sansa still. Either that or Sansa's a lot smarter than we think. He has the veil at the moment. She can use him to her advantage. Littlefinger is a character that is never gonna die. His character is just at that point where he's hated, but he's not hated as much as like Ramsay Bolton. Like Ramsay Bolton is gonna die. It's gonna happen. But Littlefinger, he's gonna live for a long time. So Yara and Theon take off from the Iron Isle. And where are they gonna go? I think that they're gonna possibly go and seek out Daenerys. I don't really think that they're gonna go to the north and link up with Jon, mainly for the fact that Theon was taken by the Starks. Their people will probably be like, WTF? Their uncle Euron, or whatever the hell his name is, the only reason why he got the throne is because he has a dick. Yara doesn't have a dick, and Theon doesn't have a dick, and he does. He made the suggestion that he's gonna go and marry Daenerys. And in order to marry Daenerys, you have to be a guy. And that's the only reason that I think he got the throne. Also, the fact that the Ironborn have to die in order to become king is crazy. Like, what if he doesn't come back? Then what? Maybe Yara and Theon are just waiting offshore, waiting to see if whether he dies or not. And they'll come back? I don't know. Aria goes to this play where she has to relive the moment of her dad getting his head chopped off. It was already traumatizing enough. And in this play, her father is portrayed as this complete ass. I definitely think that this is a test for Aria. It was more than likely planned by her teacher. But Aria questions who she's supposed to kill. I don't think that the faceless men are righteous. I think that Aria sees that, or she will see that. And I don't think that she's going to complete her training and become a faceless man. She's going to take that training and be the badass that Aria is and go and do her own thing. This job is definitely a breaking point for her. I don't know if it was this episode or the episode before, but Marjorie is allowed to visit her brother, Loras. She's telling him to be strong and that they're using her against him. But really, they're using Loras against Marjorie. Marjorie's the real character in play here. She's supposed to do this walk of atonement, and Jaime's gonna show up with these soldiers to demand her back. I doubt that Marjorie is going to do the walk of atonement. They won't have a character do another walk. That doesn't flow. Marjorie's definitely not going to confess because that would put her brother in danger. And she's not going to do that. She loves her brother. This isn't like they're kids and she's going to tattletale on him. It's not going to happen. Either there's a riot or they come up with some other atonement. Or they actually do take her back to the castle, but in that case, she's going to be super worried about her brother. It's gonna make a crazy situation, a tense situation in King's Landing, which I think would be kind of interesting. Daenerys sends Jorah to find the cure for grayscale. Stannis cured his daughter Shireen of grayscale, so there is a cure out there. I think Jorah's definitely going to find it, and there's going to be some crazy story behind it, and he's going to come back to Daenerys. So he's going to be fine. They're not going to kill Jorah. Now to the saddest moment of the episode. Hodor's story is, I think, the most well-written character that I was blown away. The fact that they tied in time travel into the show, I love it. Surprisingly, I didn't cry. I was more shocked than anything, but not a tear was shed. I'm heartless. So Bran warged through Hodor, through his vision, into the present, and because it was through the past into the present, created this crazy like paradox, and Hodor's brain just like couldn't take it. His whole life just ultimately, it's just so, I have no idea how long Hodor can hold that door. He's a big guy and his body isn't going anywhere, so he's a good like door stopper. Too soon? So Bran and Mira are taking off. The White Walkers are gonna catch up to them, but I know that they're not gonna die. Bran can't die. He's an amazing character and he's now the three-eyed raven. They can't cut off that story. So Bran and Mira are somehow gonna get out of this situation. I have a feeling that they're gonna go to Mira's father, who I think is Howland Reed. I also think that Jon and Sansa are going to try and recruit Mira's father. What I'm hoping is that Bran and Jon and Sansa are gonna have this reunion. I think Rickon is definitely blackmail for Ramsay, and something is gonna happen to Rickon. Unless they can somehow do a sneak in and get him before like the battle goes down. But Aria's gonna break from the Faceless Men, and she's gonna find Jon and Sansa and Bran, and they're all just gonna have this awesome reunion, and they're gonna be like, hey, what's up? Yeah, I don't know. That's what I hope. I also think that it's not a coincidence that Daenerys has dragons and the White Walkers can be killed with dragon glass. So those are my predictions for Game of Thrones, the next couple episodes that are gonna happen. If I'm right, I may celebrate with a glass of mead. Who knows? Hopefully this video isn't too long and you guys enjoyed it. So, buttons on your underwear.